Ready to journey through dimensions? Embrace the magic of Winter Solstice and Yule. Experience the birth of the sun, the warmth of the Yule log, and the light conquering darkness. Join us as we celebrate a time when dimensions intertwine. Discover the magic of Yule with Between Dimensions.
Hi, and welcome to Between Dimensions. I'm Monica Gonzalez, an astrologer and spiritual advisor, and today we're in my kitchen because it is winter solstice and we're going to talk about all the rituals I do to celebrate winter solstice and the 12 nights of Yule. But before we get started, I think I should get changed. That's better. So today is December 21st, which marks the winter solstice. Basically, the winter solstice is when either hemisphere is the maximum angle away from the sun. So I'm in the northern hemisphere, and the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, creating the shortest day of the year as well as the longest night of the year. The winter solstice also marks the beginning of Yule. Yule is a pagan holiday celebrated over 12 nights, very similar to our Christmas holiday. So I'm going to go through what the 12 nights of Yule are and what rituals you can incorporate into your holiday season. At its core, the winter solstice embodies profound symbolism and meaning. It represents a cosmic shift, a transition from the darkest point of the year toward the gradual return of light. The solstice is a symbol of hope, resilience, and the cyclical nature of life, a reminder that there is beauty to be found in the darkness of winter. So I thought to begin the celebration, we would do something called the Yule spell in a mug. Basically, we've taken these Yule symbols, put them together into a teapot in order to imbibe that energy and manifest those energies for the coming year. So in my Yule spell, I have orange for love and success. I've included cloves for clarity and protection, cinnamon for happiness and prosperity. I really like this masala chai, which has Indian black tea in it, and that's for strength. And then a little bit of raw honey for positivity. You combine all those ingredients in your little teapot, you let it boil and steep for a while, which this has. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. And get my little bit of honey going. I'm going to drink some Yule spell in a mug. Ooh, that's hot. So I'm going to have a little bit while we talk about Yule. It smells incredible. And it tastes delicious. You should try it. It's really great. And right now I am drinking in all of the love, success, prosperity, clarity, protection that I can for 2025. So Yule is a 12-day holiday celebrating the time between winter solstice and the new year. Yule typically begins on the eve of the winter solstice. With its pagan roots, the purpose of this holiday is to honor and celebrate the return of the sun. Acknowledging the winter solstice as the longest night of the year, Yule allows for gratitude and appreciation towards the coming spring throughout the remaining winter months. So we have 12 nights of Yule, which is very similar to the 12 days of Christmas, with a couple of different tweaks in there. So the 12 days of Yule can either begin winter solstice or the eve, depending on the tradition you follow. But then obviously Yule will then either end on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, depending on, again, whichever tradition you follow. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to say we started yesterday, the eve of winter solstice. Yesterday would have been the day we would have celebrated and honored the feminine energy of Mother's Night. The first night of Yule is Mother's Night, and that is to honor the mothers of creation. So it's honoring your mom, your sisters, your aunts, your mother in law, any woman who has born something into this earth. And it doesn't necessarily mean children, it could be creatively bringing things in, but we are honoring the feminine energy and the sacrifice of those women to carry something and bring something forth into existence. And it's a beautiful way to show some gratitude and appreciation to the women in your life. You can call them up and tell them that you appreciate them and love them. You could also send them prayers and blessings. You can just send them a text telling them that you're thinking about them. And these days, that goes a long way. The second night of Yule is called the Night of the Wild Hunt, and it's kind of a creepy night of Yule. It's the night where, like Krampus, I guess, was born, basically. It's that energy of like mystery and that animal energy of the wild hunt, where you're really supposed to actually just stay home. It is a night to stay home, clean your home, declutter, and then do any protection spells that you normally do. I like to sprinkle salt in the entrances of my home. I also smudge all over the house. I put opal on, and you can also use a Yule bell. So this is a little bell that when it's rang, you dispel any negative energy and you call forth positivity. So you can go through your home and just jingle this all the way around, letting the universe know I am saying no to negativity and only yes to positivity. On the third night of Yule, you honor the gods in any way you want. But generally, this is celebrated with a very big feast of honoring the gods. And you can honor Norse gods if that's who you follow, but you can also honor the Christian God, the Jewish God, the Hindu God, any spiritual force, life force that you honor. This is the night to honor them through celebrating in a large feast, having libations, through prayer, through adding images of this, great creator being, somewhere in your home. On the fourth night of Yule, you honor nature, so that you can go for a walk or a hike through the woods, take your dog for a walk, get outside for a few minutes and breathe in the fresh air and just honor the earth that we live on, the grounds that we live in, the trees that provide us our oxygen, the grass, the fields that give us our food and our sustenance. It's the night to honor nature. The fifth night of Yule is about community, and it also falls on Christmas Eve if you began your Yule on the eve of Winter Solstice, so December 24th. And if you go to Mass on Christmas Eve, this is a great way to honor community because you're congregating with other people who have the same beliefs as you do, and you are all praying together in honor of your creator being, whatever that is. On the sixth night of Yule, it is Children's Day or Gift Giving Day. So very similar to Christmas, it's when you provide gifts to the people that you love in honor of them, in honor of all that they are in your life and what they bring for you. It's a show of appreciation. Unfortunately, I feel like that is not honored in the way that we should. It's become very commercial and it has lost a little bit of its meaning, but I'm hoping that this video reminds us why we give gifts to each other. We give gifts to each other to honor the great creator within all of us and for our show of appreciation of that person in our life. On the seventh day of Yule, we honor the Oak King. And the Oak King is the king in paganism that reigns over spring and summer. And that is very different from the holly king who reigns from autumn to winter. And basically, right now in pagan mythology, there is a battle between the holly king and the oak king. And because it is winter solstice, the oak king wins the battle and now reigns from now until the equinox in the summer. And he brings forth light and growth and abundance and um, everything you need in order to create a harvest. So you honor the oak king, and one way to honor the oak king is with acorns. So acorns obviously is the seed of the oak tree, and it is a symbol of luck. So you can give an acorn to someone you love as a symbol of luck and prosperity. The 8th night of Yule, you bless the fields. Most of us don't have fields. So what I do is I bless the food that I have. I bless the home that I live in. I honor those things that provide me to live my life the way I do. On the 9th night of Yule, we celebrate the divine connection we have to spirit, to source, to God. And we can do that in multiple ways. You can pray, but you can also express honoring that connection through divination of tarot, astrology, palm reading, reading the runes, whichever way that you practice your connection to the divine. This is a day to honor it. On the 9th night of Yule, we honor the ancestors. So you could pull out pictures of your grandparents, your great-grandparents, as far back as you can. If you have a family crest or old stories in your family, this is the night to tell those stories. To, if you have stories that you want to pass on to your children of your ancestors, of your parents and your great-grandparents and your great-great-grandparents, this is the night to do that. On the 11th night of Yule, it's a night to rest and recharge in preparation for the last day of the year. So maybe you spend the night in just candlelight, or you spend the night in a salt bath with just candlelight, or you can meditate and reflect on the way the year has gone and create intentions for the upcoming year. But it's a night to relax, rest, and prepare for the new year. So finally, the 12th night of Yule is a night to feast and celebrate the last day of the year. Again, great day to focus on your intentions and what you want to achieve for the following year. And you can enhance this celebration with different rituals. One way to honor gods or your community, your mom, is through an altar. And you can include different symbols on your altar to support these feelings of Yule. You can add evergreens to your altar. And the evergreen is symbolic of success, luck, and sustainability. So you add this on your altar and it should draw in good energy of luck. You can add an image of a stag or a figurine of some sort. The stag is a symbol of wisdom and empowerment. So by adding this, you are telling the universe that you are seeking more wisdom and empowerment. Candles. Gold and green and red in color are, the Christmas colors. This is what you would want to add to your altar at this time. And the candles signify hope and strength. Also, by lighting the candle, you are distributing light. So it's symbolic of the light in yourself, the light you want to see in the world, the warmth, and the sun that you are that you're honoring as it comes back. You can also do a pine cone ritual. Pine cone ritual is this wonderful ritual where you get pen and paper, you write your wishes, and then you stick them into this pine cone, or any size pine cone. A little guy, or maybe a fancy guy, however, whatever pine cone you want. And you stick your wishes in, and at the end of the year, so New Year's Eve, you would burn this. Now, of course, you want to be safe. That's the most important thing. It's, granting wishes is great, but make sure you're safe. So you're going to want to burn this outside if you can. If you have a fire pit or an outdoor stove of some kind, you burn that in there. If you don't, you can pull out the wishes and then burn each one individually. But when you burn your wishes, basically it's signifying that you are igniting this wish and dispersing it into the universe and telling the universe to go ahead and bring you these wishes. In addition to a pine cone ritual, you can also do some journaling. Is a great time for journaling. I'm going to include some journal prompts. You can also say different affirmations. Great time to get in front of a mirror and honor yourself, honor the light within you, honor the darkness within you, honor exactly who you are, and recognize that you are, just as big of a part of this world as anyone else, including, all the spirits that are around us. So that's basically Yule in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you and your family have a wonderful, blessed Christmas, Yule, whatever you celebrate over the next couple of days. If you like this video, please check me out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can also reach out to me via email at betweendimensions111@gmail.com. And I'm wishing you guys all the best, and I'll see you next year. Mwah. Bye.